What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Poker Face, the new Peacock mystery case of the week series from Rian Johnson, starring Natasha Lyonne. This show is a delight, and I'm so happy it's out. First 4 episodes are out on Peacock now, 1 episode a week from here on out. And this show is so fun for how traditional it is, how old school TV it is, but because it's made by Rian Johnson, there's just fun quirks that you might recognize if you've seen Knives Out. And because it's starring Natasha Lyonne, which also might be familiar, you've seen Netflix's Russian Doll, there's just a central performance that's really engaging. So I think this is a huge delight, a really fully formed series from what I've seen so far, and I really can't wait to continue watching the show. And really, really simply, the premise, Natasha Lyonne plays Charlie, who is someone who is preternaturally gifted with the ability to tell when people are lying. Previously had given her poker success, but she finds herself determining crimes, basically figuring out what's going on. I think this kind of character lends itself quite nicely to a case of the week type mystery series. And there is a small through line in terms of like a serialized storyline as well, but largely each episode is self-contained, which means you just get to see Natasha Lyonne interact with guest stars played by famous actors. In episode 1, that would be Adrian Brody. In subsequent episodes, we have Lil Rel Howery, Chloe Sevigny. The guest list for this series is quite long. You can look that up, and that's just really fun as well. To have Natasha Lyonne kind of bounce off all these other great actors. Because if you've seen Russian Doll, and you've seen anything Natasha Lyonne has been in the past few years since she came back into the zeitgeist, just that kind of zany, manic, but ultimately just like really unique, fully formed character that Lyonne is able to play so effortlessly is on full display once again in Poker Face. Charlie is a really delight of a character to be with, just because Lyonne is just like such a tour de force, so effortlessly. Like the humor is there, the physical performance is there, and it just feels like a great character for Lyonne to play in. And Johnson, in terms of bringing what he's been up to lately into the series, it's quite fun to have some simple but just fun non-linearity episode to episode, in terms of often getting introduced to the new characters first before Charlie comes into the fold, and then we catch up on things through Charlie's lens. That's all just, I think, quite fun. And yeah, to get something that's non-traditional, obviously the last 10 years of TV have been dominated by strictly serialized storytelling, especially in the dramatic space, right? And that is, on one hand, lent itself to the highest of highs TV has ever achieved. But there is something to be said for a perhaps smaller stakes format that just kind of lends itself for fun writing, fun performing, fun guest acting, etc. So yeah, I mean, this is the first Peacock show I've been excited about in a long time. Peacock largely has not excelled at delivering standout original programming, but Poker Face, shout out Natasha Lyonne, shout out Rian Johnson. Seems like a great creative tandem thus far. Johnson has written and directed a handful of the episodes, not everything, but he's the kind of the creative force behind the show coming to be. So yeah, I mean, if you want to watch a new Columbo, this is it, honestly. So let me know what you thought of Poker Face so far, and for more TV, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.